6 months after getting my cochlear implant, my friend said something that stopped me cold. She said, "I just realised I don't write things down for you anymore." That's when I realised my cochlear implant had given me things I never even knew I was missing. Today, I'm sharing 10 unexpected benefits that went way beyond just hearing better. Some of these might surprise you if you're considering a cochlear implant yourself. And before I continue, if this is helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe. When I decided to get a cochlear implant, I had one simple goal. Please just let me understand speech consistently. I wasn't thinking about independence, confidence, or safety. I just wanted something that worked reliably. I like my hearing aids that gave me good days and bad days. But as I started living with a cochlear implant, I discovered it had changed my life in ways I never anticipated. The first surprise happened without me even noticing. Benefit 1, consistency I could actually count on. The biggest change wasn't just improved hearing, it was reliability. With my ski-slope hearing loss, my hearing aids were completely unpredictable. Some days I'd catch bits of conversation, other days nothing made sense. No more good days and bad days. When I turn on my processor, I know what I'm getting. I could start to rely on my hearing again. Each day built on the previous one, giving me a solid foundation to work with. Benefit 2, environmental sounds I've forgotten about. I'd completely forgotten birds made sound. Then came plastic bags rustling, a sound I absolutely hated at first. But over time, my brain learned to process it properly, and these environmental sounds made me feel more connected to the world around me. Benefit 3, hearing my own voice again. I hadn't heard my own voice clearly in years. I was shouting without realising it and mispronouncing words. At first, my voice sounded robotic and awful. Other people's voices were robotic too. But over time, with mapping appointments and practice, it's improved and I can monitor my volume and pronunciation again. And it helped my confidence, certainly in social situations. But wait, that was just the beginning. But the changes that surprised me most weren't about hearing at all. Benefit 4, independence I'd given up on. Before surgery, I was dependent on friends and family for phone calls and appointments. I felt like a burden, which wasn't a good way to feel. It didn't happen overnight after switch on. I was still dependent for months, but gradually I could handle phone calls myself. I started using Skype. I could take control of my own appointments. Technology like text messaging helped too, but being able to actually use the phone again opened up a whole new world. Benefit 5, confidence in social situations. My confidence was at an all-time low before surgery. I avoided social settings because I didn't have the confidence to hear. The cochlear implant gave me something to work with, something to strive for. I became more outgoing than I've been in years. For example, today I can go and play pickleball and have good one-to-one conversations with people. Conversations like this were inconceivable before my cochlear implant. Benefit 6, better technology every few years. Every 5 years I get a new processor with the National Health Service. My current processor has Bluetooth compatibility and this has been absolutely game-changing. I can connect my phone and I'm instantly tuned in. Calls, music, podcasts stream directly to my ear with crystal clarity, and the same with my laptop. And the technology is genuinely impressive and continues to surprise me. But these final 4 benefits didn't just improve my hearing, they changed who I am. Benefit 7, safety I didn't realise I'd lost. Having a cochlear implant made me more aware of environmental sounds around me. I'd lost high-frequency sounds when my hearing got worse. These slowly came back after surgery, which meant I was alert to fire alarms and smoke alarms again. And when I go cycling, I'm more aware of environmental sounds around me. And overall, I feel safer when I'm wearing my processor. Benefit 8, a clearer sense of identity. Before surgery, I was losing my identity. I didn't know if I belonged in the hearing world or the deaf world. My cochlear implant helped me figure that out. I believe I belong in the hearing world now. And without a processor, I can't hear anything. It enables me to hear become a part of me. I can't function in everyday life without it. Benefit 9, the ability to help others. This might be the most unexpected benefit of all. Because I waited 10 years and went through all the struggles, I can help others navigate the decisions. It's turned my difficult journey into something useful for others. Benefit 10. A world of silence when I need it. Here's something no one talks about. When I remove my processor, I'm in complete silence. At first, it scared me, but it's become one of my most treasured gifts. While modern surgical techniques can sometimes preserve natural hearing, I lost mine completely during surgery, but this total silence has become surprisingly valuable. In a noisy coffee shop, I can simply switch off my processor. When someone's having a loud phone conversation on the bus, I have an instant mute button. Some days I'll spend an hour or two in complete silence just to rest my mind. It's become my own personal retreat for mindfulness and reflection. And this brings me to something important I want you to know. These 10 benefits went far beyond what I expected when I made the decision. It's not perfect technology. Some sounds might never seem natural. Music sounds different sometimes than I remember. But even with these limitations, the reliability alone made a tremendous difference in my quality of life. If you are experiencing inconsistent results with hearing aids, it's worth understanding your options. I'd love to hear where you are in your hearing journey. Share your thoughts in the YouTube comments, and don't forget to check out my other videos on hearing loss and cochlear implants.